All right. Hello there, everyone. Fans of the Film Fest. My name is LeJon Woods. I'm an alumni of the Salute Your Shorts Film Festival from 2017 with the film Safety Net. And I am very proud, excited, and honored to be here to go over the film Homesick with Koya Kamura. and he is gracious with his presence for today to answer some quick questions in regards to his amazing film, which I have to highly recommend, and I'm certain all that have seen it loved it just the way I did. Koya, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you very much. Thank you for this introduction, and thank you for your comments on my film. Really
Awesome.
appreciate it. Thank you very
Oh
much.
no, truly, no, seriously, it's well worth it. So
Well, thank you very much.
yeah, definitely. Well, we can go ahead and get right into it. I always say this is the most generic question possible, so I always have to ask it. What's the inspiration for the film?
The inspiration, I guess, came from two things. The very first things, obviously, is the nuclear catastrophe and the tsunami that happens in Japan in 2011. And in 2012, I experienced another kind of cataclysm. My son was born, and it changed my life,
Yeah.
obviously, for big time. So I guess the two events kind of mixed together and inspired me that story. And with with my son being born, I guess many fears came along the way, and I guess I had the need to take them out somehow. So this is where it went in
Wow,
Homesick.
that's fantastic, and I can attest to that. Having a child being born,
Yeah.
yeah, it changes.
It changes your life.
It does. It's a perspective kind of thing, so that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Okay, awesome. How long did it take to shoot this one?
We shot for 7 days, actually 6 days and a half.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Awesome. Where was it shot at, and how did the shot selection or scene selection go?
We shot it in Japan, in three main locations. I guess one of the location is quite close from Tokyo. It's like 1 hour away from Tokyo. It would be called clean area somehow. We shot like 2/3 of the film out there. We shot another part of the film in Ishinomaki, which is 1 hour away from the nuclear plant. This is the old housing, temporary housing area. This is the place we shot that. We shot there for like 3 days as well. And we shot for a full day into the no-go zone in Fukushima with a very, very small crew. Actually, it was only the three of us, me, the DOP, and an assistant. And yeah, we shot in the no-go zone for 1 day.
Wow. Good stuff. The acting which was amazing. Across the board, it was incredible. How
Thank you.
was the Yeah, definitely. How was the casting process for this set of actors, and what did you like the most that they brought to this film?
The casting was actually pretty tricky because I'm based in Paris. I'm French, Japanese, but based in Paris. And I was shooting a movie about Japan taking place in Japan in Japanese. My Japanese is not so good. I mean, I can handle simple conversations, but that's it. And I had to do all the casting from remote, from distance. So the executive producer in Japan recorded interviews with actors and tryouts, and send the video to me, and made selections, then saw the people again and again, and then narrowed down the selection to the final actors in the end. And about the second part of the question, what I like about what they brought is that I wrote the script in French and then translated it in Japanese, but from French. So it was kind of it wasn't really precise, and it was lacking like humanity and natural in the way people talks. So as soon as they got to see the script, and as soon as we got to work together, they actually brought their own words on what I wanted them to say,
Right.
which made them sound more natural. And
Right.
yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. Okay, cool. What would you say were your biggest obstacles during making this film? And you probably just touched on it right there, but what would you say?
Well, I was actually the main obstacle that I thought would occur actually went pretty smooth, and we had trouble on other stuff. For instance, I really thought the problem would be to shoot with a kid in the no-go zone, but in the end, we didn't bring the kid in the no-go zone, so it was fine. And shooting with the kids was perfect. I mean, the kid, the young actor was awesome, and
Yes.
perfectly mature and understood exactly what we were talking about, and he was very focused, and no, really, he was amazing, and I'm pretty sure he will do many more films after that. And but actually the main problem we encountered was actually to find a Japanese production company. So again, I was saying, I'm based in Paris. The main producer is French, and we raised a few of the funds and the budget here in France, and we needed an executive producer in Japan to actually make the project come alive. And actually, that was the tricky part, because most producer liked the project, but were kind of was saying it was a tricky subject. It was a wound that was still open, and that they didn't want to go on that subject for now because it was too soon or too tricky or too politic. So it took us actually a pretty long time to find a production over there.
Understood. This seems like a film that probably could have had many alternatives. Were there other alternatives to consider during this film?
You mean in narrative? You mean in the storylines?
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Well, obviously, the ending was a subject to discussion, and I went through many in the process. I went through many different endings. The very first one was I wanted him to actually let himself die over there in the no-go zone, but it felt a little too dark to me. I wanted the film to have at least a little, maybe it doesn't come out, but I wanted it to have a little light, a little hope in the film. And so I wanted the audience to be able to think that he might go back to the clean area and go on with his life. But yeah, I guess the ending was one of the discussion that we had. The other one is the phone calls that he has with his ex-wife, where we're not sure if she's still alive or not. There was a version in the script where they actually reached each other and they had this big discussion about how they lost the child, but it was too much and was too obvious, so we decided to take it away. But there's a few part of the story here and there that could have different way of narrative.
Wow. And even in hearing that, I still, with the options that you gave, I love what you're stuck with, because the story is it's incredible. It's incredible. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, definitely. If there was an overall message that this film was trying to portray, what do you think it would be?
That's very tricky, because I would say that's it's about hope somehow, and about moving forward, and about in the mourning process, the grieving process, being able to move forward and not be stuck. So I want it to be a bit like hopeful and bright, but to be honest, along the process, as I was shooting over there, I discovered many things out there about how the decontamination process is dealt by the government and by the company the electric company that's work on that, and all the aftermath of the catastrophe and all the social environment that have been created by this catastrophe is quite dramatic, and it actually inspired me more dark ideas for another film. So I guess this one, Homesick, is quite bright and hopeful, and has some hope in it somehow. But along the process, it definitely inspired me other stories that might be a little darker and a little more related to the social context.
Gotcha. Okay. And you kind of just right there tapped into my next question. The next question, What's next for you? Are you working on anything following this?
Yeah, I'm very glad because the film has very has had many opportunities to be seen and to be watched, and so I have very good feedback on the film, including from producers here in Paris.
Good.
And so there's a few producers that want to know more about my long feature projects, and I was actually writing one that still takes place in Fukushima, as I was saying, but which is much darker, and that takes place in the decontamination context, and it's more, how do you call that in English? I'm sorry, I don't know the word. In French, it's polar. It's like crime, true crime story, some kind.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Like cop film, yeah, with
Mm-hmm.
investigation and things like that. So this is my next project, the project I'm working on now.
Awesome. And I have to know that I feel pretty confident that you are satisfied and very, very proud of the work because, like I said, watching it, I had to watch it twice. And now after even talking to you and you revealing some things that I didn't see at first, I have to watch it again just to really bring it together and bring it full circle. That's fantastic. How can people follow you and your work?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I have an Instagram account. You can just follow me on Instagram, and
Okay.
I wouldn't call myself some kind of influencer, but but just follow me. It's all right.
Okay. Follow you. So is it your name or?
It's Koya. It's my first name and my last name. Koya Kamura. Koya Kamura.
Perfect. Well, Koya, that's what I got for you right now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, definitely. The film was fantastic, and I just keep on making wonderful things happen. Truly appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to everything else that you have in the future.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.